Welcome to the Art Lady channel. Today we're going to be using modeling clay in class. Now this is a clay that is an oil-based clay, so it never dries out. It's not like a Play-Doh, and it's not like our ceramic clay that we usually use in class, that we make things that become permanent and real hard, that have to be fired in a kiln. So this is a clay that is a temporary clay, so we're going to make something and then you're going to just crumble it back up in a ball, and then you're not going to take it home. You want to make sure that you don't take this home because it can ruin anything at your home. It can ruin clothes if you forget about it and put it in the washing machine. It'll ruin all the clothes in your dryer if you forget about it and leave it in your pocket. If you drop it on the floor, and in my art room, it'll ruin my floor too, especially if you're stepping on it and smashing it. It's really hard to wash up. Even on the table, the art room table, it's hard to wash up. So what we do is we use clay mats. And I have the map of the United States, and there's also the map of the world here on the back. You can use these either side. Now, when you're using the modeling clay, you don't want to smash and bang it. Our goal isn't to smash it as skinny as we can on our clay mat. The clay mat is just there to protect the table. It's not there to be a part of your artwork. This is what I was referring to by smashing it into the clay mat, because this is going to take a lot of effort to clean up. You notice how it's just really smushed and just rubbed right into that mat real thin. It takes a lot of effort to clean that up off that mat, and so that's what we do not want to do. Again, this is what we do not want to do. So what you're going to do is, if you want to break this in half, and you can't break it, the easiest way to do it is to just simply twist it like this. Let me show you, just twisting it. You don't want to gouge your fingernails in. If you look here, you can see some under my fingernail. If you gouge your finger into it like this, or try and go like that, it's going to get under your fingernails, and that's hard to get out. So you also do not want to use any tools into this modeling clay, because this is a really oil-based clay, and the oily clay will ruin things like pencils, so you don't want to poke pencils in or poke the erasers in. Any kind of tools that you have on your desk, you don't want to use in here. So you're just going to form something with your hands. Now, when it's time to clean up, what we do is we go to the sink, and I just have the kids do 2 to 3 squirts of the soap. And since this is an oil base, the water's not going to wash the oil and grease off your hands and the little residues that's left. You're going to have to take your soap and just scrub in the areas where you have the clay. Sometimes maybe the palm of your hand is greasier because you've rolled balls. So you want to just concentrate on the areas that have the clay residue. And you want to push really hard to kind of remove some of that oil. It's really tough to wash out. When you're doing this, step aside from the sink area so that other kids have access to the sinks. Other kids have access to the soap. And I'm just using pure soap right now until I feel the residue's gone. Then what I do is I just rinse my hands under the running water, and then to dry them, I just take the towel, and as I'm drying my hands, I'm rubbing any of the residue and color off with the towel. This is where the color will stick to. The clay is going to stick to the paper towel here. And so you just remove any leftover residue that did not get rinsed off with the paper towel. And that will get most of the residue off the clay, but by the time you go to bed at night, you've washed your hands several more times, and most of it will come off completely with your shower or your bath. So that's how you wash up. Now I'm going to show you some examples that my students have made, because they have made some adorable things this week, and this was just them enjoying the clay. There was no specific lesson, and they came up with some really creative ideas. So if you'd like to watch the rest, you may. And if you have not already subscribed to the channel, I would love for you to join our channel and see the newest upcoming videos.